Hello. This is gonna be a very interesting video to make because I'm just gonna be rambling on here a bit about a few up and coming games that I'm excited for that I've seen trailers for here and there. Apparently, there was this like Summerfest game thing about like just showing off in game trailers, or they're coming out this year or next year. I guess kind of like a E3, but for summertime or something. I don't know, but I saw a few things come out of that, and I wanted to talk about some of the games that were, I guess, showcased there. I guess starting off here will be a game called No More Room in Hell 2. I actually really am interested in what this game supposedly has to offer. I actually learned about No More Room in Hell 2 like a while back. I want to say maybe a year or two ago. And I actually learned about this game before I learned about the first game. I actually just stumbled across, I think, kind of like a teaser trailer, work in progress dev thing that was just on my in my YouTube recommendations because at the time I think I was like really into like watching videos with the about like dev blogs and like upcoming games and whatnot. So and zombie games, if you don't know, are like some of my like favorite genre of video game, and I'm really interested in what this game seemingly has to offer in terms of just gameplay and just the overall look and feel of the game, what it really seems to be attempting to do here. Um, the general gist of it seems to be kind of like this somewhat, it's not open world, it's you playing on a map, and it's co-op. So how many players is it? I think it's like, yeah, it's 8 player co-op, and you're all on this map, and you're like wandering around. So the mechanics seem to be like, it's not, you don't start in the same like areas together, so you kind of have to like fight your way either like single, or like maybe you're spawned next to like somebody else that's like relatively close by, but you all seem to have like goals on the map to get to like certain places, and to kind of like meet up and group up with each other. And there's also kind of like this, I guess, roguelike sort of pseudo permadeath feature in the game, to where you, if you die, I guess you like become a zombie, and then you kind of maybe get a chance to respawn, and you re-roll like a new character in a new location. So, and the maps seem to be relatively pretty large here, and I think it'll be very interesting to kind of. I don't know if there's going to be like. I assume there's probably going to be kind of like an online thing, to where you can find either people online or play with friends. But I guess if you don't have 7 other people to kind of like get together and play the game with, then it'll be a very interesting time to just online randomize the individuals you come across. And I'm not certain if it's going to be kind of like an extraction sort of thing. I'm guessing so. Kind of like the safe houses in Left 4 Dead, where you kind of have like a set location that you want to go to or achieve getting to, and over the span of the entire like map and area, you're going to be working with other players to kind of like survive and find ammo and guns and weapons to fight the hordes of undead that seem to be littered throughout the map. Like there seems to be quite a lot they're teasing to be available in terms of size of not only the map, but just the sheer amount of undead that you'll be coming across. I've seen a few like teaser gameplay videos here and there, and like, yeah, they've like shown off where you like go outside and there's just like just groups of them just scattered everywhere, and you're really just trying to like push past them. And I don't know if there's actually going to be like special infected in the game. I wonder if that's also going to be a thing. Again, the teasers and the info about this game is very, I want to say, not bare bones, but there's like, it's few and far between, because I guess they're really, because it's they said there's going to release an early access Halloween 2024, which is surprising. I thought they was going to go for a more like complete sort of thing overall, but hearing that makes me think that the scope of the game is going to be a lot bigger than what they currently have it, but what they do have is still pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm excited to see what the game offers and see where it goes and see if it kind of like picks up and if people are interested in playing it. If I'm probably gonna make some content around it when it releases. Again, Halloween 2024 is when they're teasing it to release, so I'm guessing that's around like October, November, somewhere in there. But yeah, interested. No More Room in Hell 2 seems like it could be a very fun zombie game. All right, so next game we're gonna kind of ramble and chat on about here is Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero. That seems to be, from the looks of it, a new age Budokai Inch. Oh my god. Google help. Budokai Tenkaichi. There we go. I almost forgot the name of the game. But yeah, it seemed to be something along those lines, but with the more updated overall look to more current day modern Dragon Ball and characters and whatnot. Me and my older set of group of friends, guys that I've been hanging out with for quite some time now, are actually very excited for this game when it comes out. And we've already kind of made plans for when it releases. It says later this year, October 11th, 2024. So another game, kind of Halloween-ish, fall time of this year, which is very exciting to hear. It'll be a very interesting time because me personally, I've never really played any of the Budokai Tenkaichi games growing up, but I remember watching a couple of friends ages ago play the game. And me myself personally, I never really got into Dragon Ball until it was way after the era of those games and it premiering on Toonami and stuff. I was really kind of a late bloomer when it came to Dragon Ball, but I will kind of maybe treat this as a way to kind of start getting into these kinds of games, because if I were to try and play the other games, I guess I'd have to try and emulate them, and it would mainly just be me versus a CPU, a computer. So this will be very interesting. I'm guessing it's probably going to be kind of a online co-op sort of thing, and there seems to be they're doing this thing where story wise they're going to be quote unquote new possibilities, as they put it, which I guess is just basically a what if scenario. So one example I see in the trailer is, I guess, what if during I forget what is the Saiyans, when the Saiyans show up to Earth and Goku is fighting Vegeta and Nappa. Well, more so Vegeta, because Nappa got took out kind of early. But basically, what if, I guess, Goku went Super Saiyan while he was fighting Grade 8 Vegeta, which, I mean, oof. that's a real boost in power if we really think about it. But yeah, that'll probably be some fun scenarios and interesting things. But it makes me wonder, gameplay wise, how is that really going to work with power scaling and whatnot? Are they going to if he had turned Super Saiyan, would it still been a Super Saiyan boost in terms of his level of power back then, or would it be when he went Super Saiyan on planet Namek? Kind of an awkward thing. Is he gonna be super OP at that point, and is it gonna be unfair to fight a Goku that goes Super Saiyan at that point, or is it gonna be more comparable to when he went kind of Kaioken? Because it was similar case on Namek when he went Kaioken versus when he went Super Saiyan, but his Kaioken was much stronger than the Kaioken he had using as Vegeta. But I don't know, we'll see. Very interested, and looks fun. Looks like it'll be a fun game to play. Me and a few friends are already excited for it when it comes out, and also probably be interested in maybe streaming the game and making some content with it as well when it comes out. So, yeah, Sparking Zero, fun game, hopefully. All right, next thing I'm gonna kind of chat about here for a bit is actually kind of a game or two that kind of fall under the same umbrella in my brain. It's Stalker 2, which is, I guess, a proper sequel to the OG Stalker games, or this other game that is called Pioneer. I'm actually interested in seeing what they have to offer. I never played the OG Stalker games. I also haven't really played them like Metro games, and these games are like post-apocalyptic like Russian survival games. And I'm very interested in seeing what both these games have to offer in terms of just gameplay and overall vibe and feel for like the world and the building of said worlds. I might go back and try this first Stalker games. I definitely want to try Metro games, but those are get those on like sale or something. But Stalker is very interesting. It's always looked very interesting to me. Just that overall kind of like post-apocalyptic Russian nuclear wasteland sort of vibe they had going on in those games. If you didn't know, I used to really play Tarkov a lot. Escape from Tarkov, that is, and I enjoyed that game for what it is for the most part, but it had its up and down, and just overall not the greatest experience. But if I were to ever like play that game, kind of like, because there is like a single player Tarkov, but that doesn't really interest me. But something like along the lines of like Stalker or Metro, or really these other two games here, Stalker 2, or i.e. Pioneer. Well, Stalker 2 isn't Pioneer. Pioneer is a different game, but it's also like, it almost feels like they're trying to go for something like a mix between the Metro and Stalker games in their own kind of way. But it overall seems like a very, very much kind of like reference and very heavily inspired by Stalker and Stalker games, Stalker-esque games. But yeah, interested to see what comes about of these games. Am I really gonna play them on release? Probably not, but I'll be interested to see what other people get up to when they come out, and if they go on sale or if there's any deals and whatnot. Then I'll probably pick them up and see what they got going on. Yeah, Stalker 2 / Pioneer. All right, and final game I'm gonna mention here is the new up and coming Monster Hunter. Actually, what is that? Monster Hunter Wilds, yes. This game will be very interesting to see what kind of comes about with it. I actually played recently. It's called Monster Hunter. Not Monster Hunter Worlds, is it? Monster Hunter World? No. Or is it? Yeah. Monster Hunter World. I think that's, yeah. That was actually a very fun like game for me to try out. A friend of mine, Eris, she actually recommended I try playing the game and see if I was interested in getting my hands on it and getting the feel for it. And overall, I definitely had fun with the game. It's just towards the end, once I guess I had quote unquote finished the game, I was mainly sort of bored with it and kind of tired of the overall grinding and fighting and rinse and repeat. But I was still interested in checking out the expansion. I never did, unfortunately. I might go back and play that before this newer game comes out, Monster Hunter Wilds. I forget what it's called, the Iceborne, I think it's called. But overall, I definitely enjoyed playing Monster Hunter. I just think I kind of ended up burning myself out on it, unfortunately. But definitely interested to check this game out when it comes out. Am I gonna get it on release similar to kind of what I think about like the Stalker game, Pioneer and whatnot? Probably not. Gonna kind of let that one marinate, see what people think of it. But yeah, I'd be interested to see gameplay of it and see what people think of it when it comes out. Definitely seems like it's gonna be a fun Monster Hunter. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap that up here for the video. Those are kind of my top 4 upcoming games, either later this year or beginning of next year. Ultimately, next year, I don't know kind of games that are coming out there, but like my biggest game of 2025 is definitely going to be GTA 6. That's a potential day one top. Potential grab that and play that into Bolivian. I am a huge fan of the GTA series, and I've actually been kind of looking to try and do some GTA content here for a while now. But I've got to get the launcher working. I've been having issues with getting the launcher running and getting the games downloaded that I want to try. I think I'm going to start with some of the earlier games like GTA 3 and GTA San Andreas and Vice City and whatnot. Not the remakes though. Those were terrible renditions of the game that honestly kind of got messed up, to say the least. But that's a conversation for another game. But yeah, those are my top anticipating games for pretty much later this year, and we'll be interested to see what comes about them and try and get my hands on some of them and try and play them. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me ramble on for as long as I have. Maybe comment down below on some games that you're interested in seeing either later this year or come maybe early next year. Yeah, bye.